The next one I want to talk about it, and it's also very important panel, is this coordinate panel here. So look at this coordinate panel here. This coordinate panel define the coordinate system, or we can modify it or work with the coordinate system that we have. Before I start to say how we can modify our coordinate system, first let me say that why it is important that we can work with the coordinate system. In AutoCAD, when we are doing the 2D drawing, if we want to draw anything in 2D drawing, everything in AutoCAD is gonna be in X and Y axis. So regardless of how it is sitting here, this coordinate system, if you go ahead and say I want to draw anything, it's gonna draw it on that, wherever is that XY plane. It's just drawing it there. So if I want to show you, so assume I come here and click and say I want to draw a rectangle, so it's gonna draw it there. If I come here and say, okay, I want to say, for example, draw a circle here, or I draw that, again, it's gonna draw it on that XY axis. So you might look at it from this view and think it is at the same height at top of that box, but it is not. If I go ahead, click on this orbit command here, and then hold my left key and rotate my canvas, you will see no matter where I'm gonna draw, it always draw it on the XY plane. So this is how the AutoCAD works. And now press escape to leave that orbit. So that is why working with that XY axis is with the coordinate system is important. So what if I want to draw something, for example, vertically? What if I want to draw something on the slanted surface? At the moment, my XY axis is the horizontal plane, goes from 0 through 0, 0, 0. So everything I'm gonna draw it in 2D is gonna be stick to that plane, no matter where I draw it, no matter how hard I try to draw it anywhere else. Because of that, that's how this coordinate panel is important to work with. So this is the coordinate panel. Let us to actually move our X and Y axis to the plane that we want to draw it. So let me go back again to that. So look at here, that X and Y, so I can move it. The AutoCAD let us to do that. I can move it and orientate it in any plane that I want. So if I, for example, I want to draw anything on this front surface of this cube here, or this box here, I have to move my coordinate system to that surface in a way that X and Y sits on that surface. So X and Y is going to be define that surface, and the Z is going to be go away from that surface or go toward that surface. So the Z should has the right angle respect to that surface. And this is I will show you later on how to do that. But for now, let's see what's the simplest step if I want to draw anything in the front or the left part. So look at here, what I have is a ZX and ZY. I can right now I can draw on the X and Y, so very easily. What if I want to draw something on the XZ on the XZ surface that I have right now here, this very vertical front surface here? The only way I can do that is that I have to rotate my coordinate system in a way that X sits here and Y is gonna be replace the Z. So basically I have to rotate my coordinate system, Y become vertical and Z goes this direction in order that I can draw that. How I'm gonna do that? One way that I will later on I will show you is that we can use a user coordinate system to do that. But for some of the very basic one, we can come here, click on this coordinate system here, and choose wherever you want. So if I come here and click on that and said, okay, I want my coordinate system to be on the front, it basically means that rotate my coordinate system in a way that X and Y sits on the front menu. And look at here, we have top, bottom, left, right, front, and back. If I click on the back, it doesn't mean that it puts my coordinate system on the back of the object. It means that it rotates in the coordinate system in a way that X, Y is going to be still on the front menu, but if I look at it from the back side. The same here for the right and left. If I click it on the left, it's going to put it on the left. If I click it on the right, it's not going to put it on the right. It just still is on the left menu, but like that you are looking at from the right side. And I will show you what I mean in a moment. So first of all, let's click on the front. If I click on the front, see what happened. So look at here. Let me go back to the word. So right now my X and Y represent the horizontal one. Now I want to draw on the front menu, which means that I want to still have the X where it is, but I want to replace the Y and Z. So Y comes up and Z comes down here. So look at here, as soon as I click on the front, you'll see it rotates. So now X is here, Y is here, and then I can, whatever I'm going to draw right now is going to be on this surface. So for example, assume I'm going to draw another rectangle here and click on that. So now if I go ahead and click and rotate, you will see that is going to be on that surface. It's not anymore on that horizontal surface. So it's going to draw it on that X and Y surface. So press escape to exit. Now if I go ahead and look at from and say move it to the back, so look at how the coordinate system changed. The coordinate system doesn't move anywhere, it just rotates like that you're looking at from the back. So look at it, how it's changed. Still your the X and Y is here and Z is back. Still you're on the same surface. It's just like that you're looking at that coordinate system from the back side. So the coordinate system is not actually go to the back side, it's still there. It just look like that you look at it from the back side. So if I move it to the front, see X comes to the right and Z comes to the way that it like that comes out of the surface. The same as so look at here. No, let me go back to world view. So this is what we have in the world view, and let me now rotate it. You see that new one that I draw is on that surface, and these that I draw previously is on the horizontal surface. Now what if I want to draw something on the ZY axis? So I'm on the world view and I want to draw something on the ZY axis. How I'm gonna do that on this surface, the surface that goes through the Z and Y? To do that again, so I have to keep the Y there and I have bring the X on that surface. So basically I have to rotate about Y, so X comes to that surface and Z move away. So the easiest way to do that is that I come here and click on the left side view and look at if I click on the left, how it's gonna happen. So it's gonna go through that X and Y. So let me click on the right. So yes, so if I click on the right, it's go there. So basically it's like that I'm looking at that right surface, and if I click on the back, it's gonna exit. Still the X and Y is gonna be in the same surface, just rotate it. It's gonna be rotate about that. Just your X is here, Y is here, but it still is gonna be on that surface. Or the right. So now if I'm gonna draw anything, it's gonna be on that X and Y surface. So if I go ahead, for example, draw an arc here, something like that. Now if I go ahead and start rotating, you will see that that arc that I draw is in this surface here. So let me rotate, so you'll see it's will drawing it on that surface. So this is the very for most of the time that's what we want to draw. We are using this coordinate system to either to draw on the looking from the top, so put the x and y from the top, or put the xy on the right, or put the xy on the front. So depending on how we want to do that. When we put it, if you go to the word, when you put it on the top, it's going to be also the same as this word, because the x or y is already is like that. You're looking at it from the top view. Anyway, so you can use any of them, or you can use the word view. By the way, look at here, this icon is the word. So if you are in any other for example coordinate system, and you want to go back to the word, you can either come here and click on the word, or you can simply click on that icon here, so it take it back to the word coordinates. I will talk about the rest of them later, what they are doing.